All right, ladies and gentlemen, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, super chat if you want, or you can cash out right down there. It says Life Gains. So you guys are very, very familiar with Omari Hardwick. If you don't remember him from Power, I got a clip for you.
I already went inside for some shit I didn't do, okay? I'm not doing it again. Now, if I say I did it, we all lose. If I'm in Albany, we all win, including you. You know, in case you catch a case for killing Lakeisha.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, let me refresh your memory. I sent you over there, and Lakeisha ended up there.
You sent me over there, but Tommy blames me.
How the fuck could he not? You pulled the trigger!
So now he has put down being Ghost, and I'm actually happy for the brother, to be honest with y'all, because he's finally getting the pub he needs to do these major box office movies that he wants to do. And he's about to star in one with Netflix, starring Halle Berry, called The Mothership. Let me read it to you guys. It says right here, Power star Omari Hardwick has joined Halle Berry in The Mothership, a sci-fi adventure featuring hailing from MRC Film, Automat, and Netflix. Written and directed by Matt Chairman, the film sees Halle Berry portraying the role of Sarah Morse, a woman picking up the pieces following a mysterious disappearance of her husband when she discovers an extraterrestrial object beneath her farmland home. Sarah and her children race to decipher, and for those of you who don't know what decipher means, it means to find the meaning of the connection between the strange object and her husband's disappearance. The film will be produced by Fred Berger and Brian Kavanaugh Jones of Automic and executive produced by Danny Stillman. Halle Berry is no stranger to sci-fi, starring as Molly Woods in the short-lived CBS television series Extant. Also, The Mothership isn't the only sci-fi film Berry has starred in. The legendary actress will also star in the upcoming sci-fi Moonfall, which is also slated to premiere February. Also in this movie, Omari Hardwick from Power. Larry, they didn't really talk much about Omari Hardwick, so I'm about to think that he ain't going to get a big role. But how do you think these two pair? I think it's a great pairing because the brother is talented, you know, and I'm glad he held his feet to the fire and decided to leave the Power franchise and spread his wings. But how do you think these two will pair up?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what type of role he's gonna play, you know. But he seems to be like he's a pretty good actor. You know, the women like looking at him. It's kind of hard to go wrong with that combination. I mean, the dude is undeniably a handsome human being, and he can act. So, I mean, I don't, you know, the thing is, I don't really get an idea of what kind of person he is. Like, there are some people you can get, like, you can, and maybe this is a good thing, but some, you know, you can get an idea of certain people that you say, okay, this is the type of guy you want in this role. This is the type of guy you want in that role. I don't really get a feeling of what type of role he should be in. So maybe he can play anything. And I guess as an actor, that's probably the space you want to live in, because then you truly can play anything. No one's going to try and pigeonhole you and say, oh, you need to be a bad guy, or you need to be a good guy, or you need to be a romantic lead, or you need to be a, you know, a monster or a superhero. You can just be anything.
Larry, I agree with you. He can do anything. He's classically trained. He went to the same school Chadwick Boseman went to, and then he spent some time on Broadway. So he loves that kind of acting. He can play pretty much anything. He can embody anything. And before he went to acting school, Larry, the boy played a cornerback for Clemson University. So he's just got a doldrum of talent.
They said that he actually would play. He actually was with the San Diego Chargers for a bit, but he had a knee injury which cut his career short.
Right, he did. I mean, he's immensely talented. I'm glad that he's decided, you know what? I love my people, but there's a broad spectrum of people I need to be putting myself in front of so that I can get a little bit more appeal and not just be stuck as one set, a one-trick pony, in essence, is what he's doing. I'm happy to see him get these roles. If you missed it, he was just in a Netflix zombie film that came out last week. Go check that out, Army of the Dead. Yeah, Army of the Dead. He's in that.
You know, his role wasn't very big, but he was actually good in there.
Yeah, I mean, look, I haven't seen him bad in anything.
Yeah,
I haven't. I haven't seen him bad at anything. So he's just getting his feet wet. Like I said, if we really want to get him on the map, Marvel, give this brother a call. I know some roles he can play.
And here's a funny thing about that. With his role in Army of the Dead, I thought to myself, and I know people are probably not gonna like this, but I was looking at Batista and I was looking at Omari Hardwick, and I thought to myself, if I was the casting agent, I think I would have flipped them. I think I would have said, "No, I know you auditioned for this character, but we're gonna give you that one instead." Because I think he would have been better off as the lead. Because not that Batista wasn't okay, but he doesn't have the acting chops that Omari Hardwick does.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, acting to be a WWE wrestler is totally different from acting for the big screen and the little screen in this type of magnitude. Totally different. It's totally different. Totally different. And Omari Hardwick can do it.
And I know that Batista's picking up steam and whatnot, but I feel like he's sort of setting himself up for failure a little bit, because he's up there saying that he doesn't want to play certain roles anymore because he doesn't want to take a shirt off. He's saying, he's 50-something years old or whatever, and he doesn't want to take a shirt off. He's self-conscious. I'm thinking to myself, that's why they're hiring you, because you're a big-ass, muscled-up, meathead in a lot of ways. And it doesn't mean that you can't play other roles, but don't limit your money, because, I mean, Hollywood's finicky and they're fickle. You might be the end guy, this year or next year, and then in 2 years, no one's calling you, and you're wondering how come the roles dried up.
I don't know if this makes a difference for you, Larry, but honestly, he was the same way in the WWE. He has a big fear of public speaking, and he has a fear of stage fright. And he would talk about in interviews he did how it was very hard for him to muster up the mental fortitude to actually take his clothes off, even though he looked great. He's admitted he used performance enhancers to get where he was at. And maybe I think what's going on with him now is, Larry, when you come off that crap,
right,
it don't matter how hard you work out. The only way you're going to get that same look is if you just diet 24/7, never take no time off from diet. And he's probably like, man, the hell with that. And
he needs to go hang out with Dwayne for a while so he can keep his thing going, because The Rock stays on some thin-skinned steroid juice.
Yeah, he stays.
he looks like you pick a pin on him, and his whole skin will just peel off.
But I think Batista's at a point where in so many ways, he's saying that he's tired of the life of taking drugs, and he's basically saying it without saying it.
I feel, and and I can respect that. And if he's getting the roles without having to take his shirt off, then do it. Go for it. Keep rolling with it. Right. Keep getting these roles. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's one thing if he is a known quantity now. He is a name that people are looking for and checking for. And they may not be checking for Omari Hardwick. But I honestly, if I was casting that role, I would have thought to myself, for Omari Hardwick, we know him. People in the black community know him. Not everybody else. I don't feel like he's mainstream yet. He's not a household name yet. But I feel like a movie like that could have been a breakout role for him. And I don't feel like that role was a breakout role for Batista, because he was okay in it, but he was just okay.